Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we will talk about the top 4 supplements that powerlifters can take to boost their performance and their recovery. Regardless of training phase, we also have some specific recommendations for specific cases of powerlifters or specific training phases. But today we will be talking about our top 4 supplement list for general use for powerlifters. There are a lot of supplements out there and a lot of them are very expensive. So in this video we're going to give you our top 4 list so that you make sure that you are not wasting your money and you are getting the most benefit out of your supplements and the biggest effects on your training and recovery. So this list is not going to be from best to worst, it's just our top 4 supplements and the order is not so relevant. So let's start off with number 1 on our list, the king of all supplements. Whey protein is one of the most well-known and one of the most commonly used powerlifting supplements. The powerlifter's protein needs are higher because of the intense training and heavy weights that we're always moving, and it's very important for the powerlifter's performance to meet his protein needs in order to recover and build more muscle. When a powerlifter's protein needs are not met, a lot of things can happen that are not beneficial, like muscle catabolism, meaning that you lose muscle, and we all know that muscle is a very important factor for getting stronger. Also, when protein needs are not met, injury risk is also higher because the powerlifter is not recovering enough from the training. And these problems will, of course, have a negative impact on your performance, and we don't want that. And we also know that the vast majority of powerlifters do not make their living out of this sport, and they also have other responsibilities like work or school or a family. Whey protein makes it much easier to meet a powerlifter's protein needs without having to spend the whole day eating with a fork. When you have a protein shake lying around ready, you know that you can increase your protein intake by just taking a few seconds and drinking a shake. So in this sense, whey protein is a very useful tool to easily meet the powerlifter's protein intake goals. Also, whey protein is great for powerlifters because number one is that whey protein has a very high biological value, meaning that it can be digested and absorbed very fast. Also, whey protein has very high leucine contents, which enhances muscle protein synthesis, which is the most important process for muscle recovery and growth. And thirdly, whey protein can boost your immune system, and if you have a good immune system and you don't get sick very often, you will not be thrown off your training schedule. Number 2 on our list, a very well-researched supplement, and despite from common misconception, it does not make you bald. And you guessed it, number 2 on our list is creatine. Like I said, creatine is one of the most researched supplements on the market, and it's also one of the cheapest ones, and it has great benefits on performance and health. There's a common misconception that creatine is not safe, but it's one of the most safest supplements for long-term use by athletes and specifically powerlifters. And creatine is a top supplement choice for powerlifters because it helps with ATP regeneration, and it also reduces muscle recovery time between sets, meaning that you can work through your sessions faster and you'll be able to handle more demanding training sessions, and more volume means more gains. So creatine is a great supplement choice for powerlifters. It increases the body's ability to regenerate ATP, and it is also the energy source that the body relies on high intensity efforts that last a few seconds, like a max attempt. And apart from that, creatine also enhances muscle protein synthesis through energy supply and hydration, and it also improves cognitive function, which is also important for powerlifters to focus during a heavy set. Number 3 on our list is vitamin D. Vitamin D is produced by the body when the skin comes in contact with sunlight, and it's also consumed through some foods like fish or fortified dairy products or egg yolks. Vitamin D has a lot of benefits for powerlifters, like proper muscle function and strength increase, because it plays a key role in calcium absorption, which is important for muscle contractions. It also helps with muscle recovery because of its anti-inflammatory properties. It also improves bone health, which can increase bone density, which makes bones more resistant to heavier weights. Also, vitamin D can maintain healthy testosterone levels, and we all know the benefits of higher testosterone. It can reduce fatigue and lower the risks of overtraining, and also it can boost the immune system, and you will be able to not miss sessions because you won't get sick. And finally, number 4 on our list is caffeine, which is a natural stimulant also found in coffee, and it mostly affects the nervous system, which will enhance focus, alertness, and your mood. And secondly, it increases calcium release, which enhances muscle contractions, and this can increase your performance under heavier loads. And by taking caffeine either in the form of coffee or in your pre-workout or pills or White Monster, powerlifters can benefit from increased strength, improved ability to handle heavier loads, and also reduce your perception of fatigue, meaning that you won't feel tired in the moment. However, it's most likely that you will crash later after its effects wear off. So this was our top 4 supplements for powerlifters, regardless of training phase. If you liked this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also let me know in the comments what type of supplements you like to take to increase your performance as a powerlifter.